Hello, hello, and good evening, good afternoon, good day, everyone. Welcome to where we are actually, Fuji. One last glove to go on the hand. Let's open the chat. Let's check the setup. I think I did what I had to do. I kind of don't remember what I use normally on this car. So this is WEC Experienced, hypercar fixed for me. And I took the Valkyrie. And let's see what happens. Long time no drive. But I think we should be all set. Have I forgot to do something? Stream seems live. Hello, Joao. Audio is fine. Everything is fine. Great. Music is still doing something. Let's turn that off. Today I have a particular weird issue with the mirror. Whatever session I join, it's squeezed together. Either way, we'll try not to have to look at it too much. Hi Brian. 15 seconds until quali. I think for the ARBs we've been running like 2 and 3 before with the Valkyrie. What is the conditions? Quite alright of temperatures. Late afternoon. Alright. I tried to do a couple of quick laps with the Glickenhaus, but unsurprisingly it's not as quick as it was at Interlagos, so I just took a different car. Wait, we have one set for race and one for quali. Okay. I have to redo the ARPs every time, of course. Because they are not in the setup. I think 2-3 is fine. Alright. Let's have some fun. Hi Jerry. Welcome Paulino, thank you for the sub. What are dailies? Well, we have... is it GT3 fixed at Monza? I don't even know what is LMP2. But actually, I don't really know. I just checked WEC Experience fixed, which is at Fuji. I know that we have GT3 fixed championship at Silverstone, and the Monza for GT3 fixed bronze. I don't even know. LMP2 Sebring, okay. Yeah, I normally start the stream an hour earlier with the ELMS sprint, but I was a bit busy before. So I start with this and then do the championship and then see how I feel like, if I want to do Monza crash at the race start into T1 or not. Yeah, LMP2 at Sebring is quite an interesting one, right? I mean, it's pretty decent now after the updates and the newest tire model. It's pretty nice. Good evening, Mario. Cold tires still. Actually, I hope for quite some clouds today. I think Silverstone should be quite cloudy, because we have had an update today, which is supposed to finally fix this really weird cloud formation, where when it was going between mostly cloudy and light clouds and overcast, it was extremely abrupt. I think that has been fixed, according to the change log. So yeah, let's see. I think Fuji will be quite sunny. Everything opening a membership. Well, I didn't really much time thinking about it, and to be honest, I was like, well, let's just start the stream. Like it's not like I'm trying not to be full into streaming. I'm trying to be just doing best job with setup development with the esports team, and then do as good of a job with content as I can, but without really thinking too much of it. But at some point I'll for sure look more into, well, before I look into all these memberships and producing extra content for members and stuff like that, I think I will need a little bit of help with managing everything. Anyway, Quali. But like I'm at 2.5k subs, so it's a respectable number. I'm pretty proud that I could do it like that, even though I'm not like the biggest or the best with the words and so on. But it's still not a huge number. Like if I had 50k subs and a lot of views, then of course I would be looking way more into doing stuff and being more fully into this. But for now I'm just trying to enjoy myself and make some nice content, some good racing. Okay, tires are kind of up to temp. The BMWs are quite popular around here. The BMW really works well. Right, 7/10. Let's find them. Not like that! Okay. Oopsie. I have more fuel, that's fine. Maybe let's warm the fronts a bit more. The Valkyrie should not be too bad around here. Hi Wallace, thank you. Beginner setup guide. Well, I will. Everything like that is kind of on the back burner, kind of on the list of ideas possible for the future. But it's always, you know, it's tricky for me to commit more time for videos and tutorials and stuff like that. And then if esports like Le Mans Virtual Series comes back and picks up, then I will have even less time. So I cannot promise anything, but I have it on the list. And thank you for the good luck wishes. Right, so one last attempt. gonna be pole, but I don't know, the car kind of pulls a handbrake very late into the corner. Actually, I mean, I can do another lap, but I don't have the fuel. I'm just gonna try turn 1. It's just the brake bias, I need to keep it at 52. Okay, close enough. Gonna be quite a battle with the BMWs. Hvala, Damir. Yeah, that was a solid lap. I could push it a bit harder, but if you already have a slight rear snap into turn 1, then all the future braking zones are a bit of a worry. Okay, 40 minutes times 60 divided by what, 90? Well, 89.7, let's say. Would be 27 laps. And I of course forgot to check all the ratios and everything, but that's fine. We'll put brake bias a bit more to the front. New tire. And the ratio is a bit high, right? Should be a bit less. Let's just keep it like that. Should be fine. Here we go. Is everything still here? TCs are kind of fun. I think I need more cut. Yeah, this Valkyrie is pretty weird when it comes to traction controls. Like the slip is super aggressive. You need very little for it to slow you down a lot, but you need a lot of cut. 792, let's keep it like that. Migration is better on disabled for me. Fuel usage critical. I mean, I don't even know what... the ratio is 1.08. I mean, if I have too little fuel, I'm gonna fuel save, but that's fine. Oh, ARBs. 2, 3, let's say. Hi Alex, fuel ratio does the same as yeah, I mean it does like that on every car. I mean fuel is just energy times ratio. Why is my virtual mirror squeezed anytime? Like it's constantly squeezed every session today. I've reported that bug so many times, but it's still broken. Either way. Green soon, so let's have a nice one. Pole position with the lockup. I'm gonna take that. But I don't think there was anything I could do to defend from the other BMW sneaking through. happy. Oh, of course. That was a proper good move, actually. Very much on the limit, but there was nothing I could do. And there is no map on the car, right? The TC is way too high. Right, traction 6. Now that was a tricky first 2 laps. The Ferrari would never overtake without the big battle that we had for P2, I think. Nice drift. Now let's see if we have some pace in the Valkyrie. What's going on with fuel? 23. The fuel is marginal. Need to have a good look at it. Hi Van Kenobi, thank you. Hi Logi. So I'm kind of matching P1 and P2 despite battling through T1. That's nice. Now, who will be the luckiest in the traffic? .9, 29.9 and 0.7. Well, the pace is not bad. The rear feels a bit stiff in low speed, but I need the rotation in high speed, so... the front is not really biting as much as it should. Not the best of the laps. Thinking of anti-roll bars. I'm just gonna do +1 brake bias. Some cars are a bit laggy, I think. I need to get all this free on this straight. Oof. Maybe lost a tenth or two now in this batch to the leaders. Yeah, that last sector is tricky. You just need to wait and go for the inside, because around the outside just won't work. And that was the leaders of GT3s. Well, overall I think I gained a bit. Not much, but a bit. So they are not teammates or something. They will actually battle, or maybe they are mates, but they want to battle, which is nice. Still wheel to wheel, crazy. Beautiful sight. Yeah, very interesting choice of battling, like, I don't know. Maybe they feel like they surely have some pace advantage over me, so they don't worry. So P2 is the pole guy, right? Because P2, then me, then the current leader was P3 on the grid. I think it was like that. And he's messing up every apex. If I was a bit closer, Yeah, the start was very hectic. A little bit unlucky from me, but I was not really aggressive enough. I don't want to force myself into it too quick. The BMW is crazy the way that it holds to the road in sector 3. P1 is, I think, a bit quicker. Cannot lose too much time with P2. But let's see. Cannot get the traction going. Oh, P1 got them both. Slightly tricky. Yeah, the BMW works surprisingly well around here. Hey Niklas. Unlucky. Dear traffic. At least that was fine. And he will get 3 of them on the straight, the leader. What are the chances? Oof, somehow survived. Going into that penultimate right, there was kind of a big space in the middle because the car on the left was off track. I got the itch to just send it through that gap, but that would end up in tears for sure. What is P2 doing there? Braking in the middle of the road? It just rockets out of that corner, the BMW. The traction is really insane on that car. Ten to go. Well, tricky to battle. I will need to get some better idea. No pit stop. Oh well, I tried. Evening, Johnny. It's a bit confusing because the Valkyrie should be the quickest, or like one of the quickest car on the straights. But well, I don't know what the setup is doing exactly. Surely it feels like the BMWs have both better traction and better top speed. Oopala, sorry. Marginal overlap. All good. That must have been like a couple of centimeters. We are sending it, Alan. Yeah, it feels like he's struggling on the brakes a lot. There we go. Now if I can brake and stop ahead of this BMW. Perfect. I'll have to defend this, I think. 3 tenths, 2 tenths. That was the weirdest defense and attempt of attack from behind. braking in the middle of the road, both overshooting the apex a bit, but alright. Now I'm getting lucky with traffic, actually. That's the leader. No need to defend anymore. He'll be stuck, right? In T1. Using wet in the dry. I know what Sheldon means by that. Traffic is giving back everything it took before. Even moving out of the way, thank you. That traction. Crazy. I broke slightly diagonally, I guess. So my apologies if that was an avoidable contact with GT3. He's taking the iRacing line, using the grass. I mean, I never really drove... I didn't drive BMW, I drove the Cadillac. But indeed, it's just like... you have to slowly load the tire, it's never the full attack. And that for sure resembles a little bit of wet driving. He gave me a little bit of clean air even at the apex. But the gap still just opens up. What is the GT3? Quite far. Okay, he's braking. Great. Two laps to go. And into the last lap. Fuel is good. Not over yet. Traction. Let's go. I did a little bit of hypercar terrorism, I think. But we take the checkered flag. What a battle. I really thought I was not gonna win this because I was so far back. But then the traffic give it back. Thank you, chat. Thank you for the GGs. Let's quickly check that. Maybe we take this scene if it turns on. So this was... wait, this is not it yet. I think it was this. I decided to send it. He tried... I think that's fine. Like, I thought I kind of pushed him off, but I think he tried to go for kind of a switchback, but he realized he's a bit too late. Or I really surprised him by the move. And he touched me when I was basically still on the white line, so that's fine for me. But then he out-accelerated me anyway, and locked up. And then I leave space. Almost too much space. And then obviously he's gonna dive. Squeeze me a little bit, but all fine. Still could stay within track limits. And then the switchback. And I just about got some tow from here. I thought I kind of turned into him too much, but I think this is all fine. He kind of understeered a bit. He helped me rotate. He kicked my rear into a slide, and because how the tire works, that helped me with the exit, so... Then he pulls on traction a bit, but I have the side draft. Just enough so I can stay on the inside, then of course I send it. Again, the contact happened when I was still on the curb, so I don't think that's on me, if we search for the blame. Then he's on the inside. I just about felt like I have enough grip to carry it around the outside. He had a bit of a drift, right? Just a small one. Then the defense. He messes up. And this was now the trickiest part. I had to send it in. Then I was sliding a little bit. Luckily the Porsche kept the room open. It felt more on the limit or more intense from the cockpit than from the replay now, but yeah, here of course he tries to find a way, but he hit the apex, but I was just ahead enough so he couldn't really do anything. Right, beautiful. Side draft indeed works. At Le Mans on the straights you can really feel it. Well, it of course depends on the car and how it's calibrated. Actually, maybe you can quickly check the start. I have 3 minutes until the next race. And the start was fine, but... Wait, that's not me. The start was not fine, yeah, okay. Just lack of overall traction. I tried to defend, but the other BMW was too much alongside already. Yeah, that was a bit clumsy from both, I think, for that contact, and the leader goes off. BMW understeers, uses me to rotate. Alright, all good. And then I just didn't defend properly, right? Maybe if server stays on. Yeah, that was a bit not great, but alright. Of course he's gonna do it. And then he parked it on the curb. And then out accelerates me. And then, yeah, then the Ferrari saw an opportunity. Who wouldn't go for it? What was it doing here? I was trying to get a nice switchback, but... Nah, that was just me leaving way too much space. Anyway, let's quickly teleport to Silverstone. After we see this. I mean, not much to see anymore. Alright. Actually now we can finally check. Where is it? Profile. Is it now 300? Why is it still on 299? Like it doesn't go above. I was on 299 2 races ago and it's still on 299. Is there like a... There is not a limit or a bug or anyway. Because there are people with more than 300, but... I don't know. Maybe there was a bug that didn't count around last time, and maybe now it takes a bit longer for it to process, for it to actually go 300. Anyway, I need some water. And that there's quite a bit of Porsche. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a really strange car to drive around Silverstone, but it's good. I hope Kevin and Niklas did not practice too much. I did a little bit before, but my brain is now doing hypercars. It's bugged since June, I don't know. When I go to profile, Yeah, the bars are working. They show what they should. Just in a different graphical format compared to this. Here there are these bars. This is showing more than the other one. Anyway. Join. Yeah, Alan, I feel kind of the same, but I still enjoy every time I do these races, like the WEC experience. Just like minimal practice, just take a car, just have fun with it. It feels fun. But I mean, at the same time, the GT3 tires are a bit too much on the edge. So some drifting to offset that trickiness of the GT3 tires kind of is well accepted by my brain. So what do we have here? I have actually a list here. We will have... Wait. %, then I will take what Niklas had at Interlagos. This one around 49.5. That should be it. But I'm really looking forward to the hypercars when they get the new tires. And I don't know. I mean, when GT3s, if GT3s get some further updates to make them a bit less strange on the limit, well, everything will be just so much better experience. I don't even know what I'm gonna drive. Bonjour, Pierre. Yeah, you are late to some crazy hypercar racing around Fuji. I wish I can be that competitive now here, but I know that Niklas has surely some pace advantage, because I'm just doing this GT3 Fixed Championship to get over my fear of mid to rear engine cars, because they are doing this and then on the exit they are doing this, and I don't know how to drive this. I mean, it's called tires, but the idea still stands. I think whoever is ported at least like ACC Porsche GT3 is still much better off driving this car. That's at least my hypothesis. But we have, well, one more lap to put the brain into GT3 mode. So it feels like to me that what you have to do here is throw the car in a way that it would 100% snap and spin and crash without ABS, but then squeeze ABS just enough to stabilize that snap, and then somehow survive when you're reducing the ABS input. It's super weird. But at the same time it's quite fun, of course. I just wish that when I press throttle it wouldn't do this. Just zero grip on the front. I mean, the Ferrari is quite tame for sure. The Lambo is really nice, but it has some really weird snaps sometimes on the entries. And then of course there's McLaren, which is basically undrivable unless you do 3 days of way too much hours spent on the setup to kind of make it work, like I did for Go setups in the past few days. But yeah, anyway. I wish this championship was GT3 open. Not fixed, but I mean, one time I wish that it's fixed, so we don't need to mess with setups. Another time I wish it was open. Of course, iRacing has both fixed and open, and they are both popular. And they give the chance to do whatever you want. Maybe fixed one day, opened another day if you feel like. Alright. 10 minutes, I think we need 4 laps to get some temperature into the tire. I'm gonna take 5 laps of fuel and hope for the best. The Maka is ridiculously hard to drive at any track that has high speed or long, medium to high speed corners. It's just impossible to set up. Stop go for the P1 in the standings, as it's customary here for this super short pit exit. Why gold dailies have one fixed? Well, I mean the WEC experience fixed, it's pretty well attended, right? We had 3 or 4 splits before, and it's good racing. So I guess it works. Yasko, I'm pretty happy now with. Do we have 18 Newton meters in the SimuCube profiler, and then 40 to 50% in game. I don't feel like I ever need more, although I would like more, but then the wrists start hurting because I drive too much. Well, everything is normal for the Maka. You brake, you lose the rear. You don't brake, you lose the rear, you accelerate, you have massive understeer, or you lose the rear. On the apex, you have deadly understeer, or deadly oversteer, or both at the same time. And it feels super stiff and super weird. But I kind of have an interesting setup for it. I'm considering if I should take it for the 12 hours of Spa even. Tires are still frozen, so we go for another tire heat-up lap. "27 splits, wow. That's good numbers. And despite that, there was very little LMU available on the Sim Expo. I mean, I was not there, I just saw some walkthroughs, some reviews, and everything seemed to run ACC, AC or iRacing. That's a shame. But times will change. Give me a front wing, come on. It's so strange how this drives. Low speed is great, the traction is great and everything is great, but the moment you need some front downforce, it's not great anymore. Okay, 3 laps of fuel I have. Let's see what lap times happen. I think we will be, well, the pole position will be low 59. I hope I can do mid 59. And see how long I need to wait on the exit of T1 per throttle. And still I barely make the exit. And sometimes something kind of snaps on the rear and then it just rotates on the exit. But I don't know why and how to achieve it consistently. And this exit is the worst as well. Not quite 59s yet from me. Come on, it just doesn't do it. Kind of reminds me of the Corolla touring car in RF2. And here it rotates. Why? Made the exit flat. At this lap everyone will go 0.5 I guess at the front. And I go 59, that's beautiful. Still cannot make it flat. quite a gap in the Porsches. Nah. Let's save the tires because we don't have any new ones. Okay. Hopefully I keep that P5. Ferrari looks crazy. Porsche 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And Cyclarian Human. What? How are they driving this? I really don't get it. Well, at least I think I'm quicker than them in the Lexus, so that makes me suffer less. Okay. 89 should be fine. I think I'm keeping everything like it is. Yeah, no new tires. Alright. Let's see what we can do from here. Clary was still driving. Yeah, I don't really know, because if I do slow application of throttle, it just doesn't really do anything. Like, it's the same. If I smash the throttle, it's just gonna bounce into this death understeer, and if I do it slowly, I'm just gonna understeer anyway, but I'm gonna understeer slower and with less acceleration, and it feels best to me to just smash it and then lift again on the exit, even though I know that it's terrible for the lap time, but I don't know. Oh yeah, the ACC Porsche, that's... I still remember driving it at Paul Ricard into that fast right at the end of the straight. Impossible. It just felt completely broken. Pray for the rear left. Was it so bad? I mean... Maybe I was destroying rear left, but at the same time I was destroying front left because of the understeer. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I hope I can battle against Niklas and Kevin. At Interlagos, Niklas was just incredibly quick. But in the end I was catching Kevin, I just didn't really have sufficient pace to do anything about it. And let's see what Ferrari and Aston do. This is actually gonna be my first GT3 race around here. Yeah, I've not raced around here with anything else than LMP2 and LMP3. Fixed or opened. I should turn that last hypercar race into video. Yeah, that's... I mean, yeah, it would be worth... It would be worth a whole standalone video for sure. We are working on something in the background to maybe help with this content creation. It's like I would need to take whole day for it. I don't really do video editing. I mean, I think I can do decent job with editing, but I just don't have the tools. I just spend crazy time to do anything, to find out how to do certain stuff. But shorts for sure. Now I want to have some like cinematic highlight videos. I just need to either spend a lot of money or get more help from the team, so let's see, we will figure out something for the future. But something definitely broke with the virtual mirror, the one here. Because today, every session, it's been squeezed together. And that makes it a bit wonky. Like I really actually, with peripheral vision, I rely a lot on it. Back, like that's how it was back from the RF2 days, when we didn't really have the radar app, but we had the triple virtual mirror, and I really learned at what point the cars are alongside or have overlap. So I'm just constantly processing it with peripheral vision, and if it's squeezed like that, it kind of throws me off. But okay, we now have the radar, which is nice. Oh, the replay, yeah, the replay is nice here, for sure. In iRacing I felt it's very laggy and weird. I couldn't really do videos out of iRacing. Longer videos at least. Anyway, here we go. The classic squeeze. I should have gone to the inside, but then I would get undercut or like switchbacked out of T1. I don't think I had any chance there. Oof. That was a very dirty move from before. But I hope he dives Huber now. Clary must be absolutely fuming. So hard to race like this, even to follow, because you just know that there can be smoke at any time ahead. if Fuchs now starts to lose pace, then we can call him what was Alonso saying, hero of the race. Ooh. Oh, Siclari sent him off. Understandable. Right, now Huben and Bessier need to go side by side through whole sector 1. That's what we need. What? Niklas! We didn't even arrive to sector 1. What happened there? Okay. Before we take it. Mind punt keeps intensifying somehow. He went on power so early. Okay, had a bit of dirty air. This last corner of the F1 track, it's not flat out, and it should be easy flat. How are the tires looking? Actually, I'm destroying front left more than the rear left. Huben just touched the rear of Bessier. Okay, so it was just a Huben mistake. So it's gonna be time for a nice side by side through the whole sector 1 for Barrier and Bessier now, right? What is it about this GT3 championship that I'm always, after some laps, driving in the slipstream of Ciclari? Every race. He wasn't doing Sebring, right? So, not every race. Is fuel fine? 18 to go. Yeah, should be fine. And now I was just carrying way too little speed. But if I carry 1 kph more, I'm just gonna go off track. Not easy. But I keep flooring the throttle, and sometimes the rotation happens. Sometimes doesn't. One 3, 1, 2 for the leaders. Well, I had the cut lap. But I think it would be 0.4. Yeah, so Fuchs indeed. Hero of the race. I mean, we were reasonably respecting the survival instinct for Maggots Beckets in lap 1 with him. Too deep into ABS, into that heavy braking zone. But lap times are fine. Oh, that's a lapped car ahead, I think. Or what? I'm seeing things. They're just trading lap times in the lead. Well, they both cut this lap. Ciclari 0.1, oof. Stop with the track limits. Cannot afford more. I mean, I think most of the cars are competitive. The bop happened with V1.1. And then these fixed setups, they can make a difference from race to race. The Porsche is for sure struggling more than normally, just because of these very long corners and lack of any front aero. Now the rear is complaining. 93 Celsius. Yeah, I need to look for that rear left a bit more. That's gonna be quite a battle for the lead though, very soon. I wish we didn't lose this much time behind Fuchs at the start. 0.5, 0.9, 0.1, 0.5. Cyclari will catch them. And there we go. I just need to take more of the curb on the inside. So 12 laps. Yeah, we need two tenths per lap and some battling ahead. Ruben is not really closing in either, or maybe he lost a lot of time battling. P6, P7 or wherever he is. Finally sub 0.4. Ah, come on. I mean, effectively I've been gaining a tenth per lap, and that's not enough. Ciclari will have them in 3 laps. It's funny how this downshift to 3rd gear actually induces understeer. But only in that corner. Ah, come on. Ciclari had a wobble there or something, or he just went very deep. Just rotate. How difficult it is to rotate. Here, dropping pace. Can't remember the last time that Ciclari clocked in a lap time. Wonder what's his cut count. Must be 2 plus. He's losing a lot of time. Well, maybe he is on 2.75 cuts and he just has to brake every time. Evening, Mundi. Well, we surely had quite some start to the party, but in this race, I guess we could say we are still waiting for the pizza to arrive. Ah, here is the pizza. Come on, Bessier, defend, side by side. You can do it. There you go. Well, I'm surely hoping for some late drama as well. I mean, first few laps had quite some drama. Or she will have to lift or crash. And into P3, but Ciclari is quicker. Well, now we know which corner Bezier is struggling most at. That corner exit really hampers me. Ferrari very good here. Yeah, I mean, barrier is pulling away. Although the Porsche seems the quickest car, to be honest. Just not in quali. Three laps to go. Ciclari is actually dropping pace quite a lot. That's surprising. That's the final lap, right? Yeah, it is. Dear ABS. I don't have the rear anymore to do anything. Oh well. Unlucky. Yeah, you know, I was thinking of just keeping. Let's open the replay first. Yeah. Dear Kevin. I mean, I had a couple of chances of a very nice switchback, but I just couldn't open up the corner to make to the exit in the past laps because Kevin would be on the inside instantly. Right. We were closing in on barrier as well, like the pace was actually good. And here I had the ABS moment, but that was fine because Bessier kind of messed up this apex. Then I had a really weird apex here, I took the anti-cut, but it actually helped me a bit. And then I went for a nice... I mean, look where is Ciclari, like, he's gonna have worse exit. Like, that's not a move. I mean, it is a move, but like, that's... What kind of a move is that? Like, you know, problem is that the track is so wide that this is my turn-in point. Where is the overlap? At turn-in, there is no overlap. There is still no overlap. Now there is a bit of overlap, but not sufficient overlap to even put the nose in. Now there is overlap, but this is already on the apex. This is... it's just... unlucky. And I was, of course I was defending it, and I saw at this point he really doesn't have the line to even go for it, so he will probably back out of it. So yeah, it's you know, Antonelli versus Sainz. And even the colors are kind of correct, with Sainz in the blue and Antonelli in kind of white. Yeah. So if he wasn't there, I would of course take a later entry, but well, I just went for the racing line to not to leave the room open. Yeah, he just went for it. I was just thinking, if I can get a nice exit from there, I can surely pressure the Aston into that penultimate corner. But anyway, I put the power down. He helped me rotate. Thank you so much. And here comes Jordi. And then, you know, like, if I defend the inside, he will go around the outside, because, like, my rears is absolutely overheated here. I don't have the grip. If I go on the inside, he will go around the outside and have inside for the last corner. And if I don't defend, he will just brake later, squeeze me off. So there is not really anything I can do. So what I did was just try to get the apex, but the grip just wasn't there. Like, potentially, if I broke earlier, he would just carry the speed around the outside, you know. Yeah. Maybe there was a tiny marginal window where I could break. Let's say if I broke right, I don't know. I fully overshot it. Yeah, I guess there was a marginal window of opportunity where he could maybe get blocked by me. Siclari, Kevin, thank you for the message. Yeah, it was too aggressive, but well, it was good race till then. It's funny how I always lose time to you at the start, and then in the end I just have more pace for whatever reason. It is juice time, yeah. Yeah, the 4.1 millimoles are on the lower side of things. I have 8 minutes until the next race. So let me have... It's not gonna be a juice time, it's gonna be a jelly sweet. What is this flavor even? Raspberry. Alright. Let's check the start. It's just basically saccharose with flavors and gelin or whatever it's called. Just to bring it a bit higher than 4.1. 4.1 is... wait, you cannot see. This 4.1 is... it's still fine, but in 15 minutes it could be not fine anymore. I had really good start here. And then I was like, right side or left side? I just, like, if you go very much to the right, you're gonna be pinched into the apex and people will drive around you on the exit. But if you go to the left side, then it's a classic Silverstone moment, where you're just gonna get pinched anyway, so yeah, there is no survival here. I should just stay behind Huben, maybe open it up a bit more. And this is now the deadliest wheel-to-wheel that you can ever have into this corner. The car on the inside, like, he did a really good job there, like, that was a very, very good positioning of the car. But he expected me to, like, push into him. But I had way too many sketchy moments through this corner to not give more space, but I left way too much space. Well, yeah, there was not much I can do about it, and then... Where is it? Yeah, that's... that's kind of mini stroll on Gasly. It's DT1. Only the Porsche really looks like a solid car, at least in the short term. Like, it's, you know, this is fixed setup. This is fixed setup and the car is already sketchy on the entry and understeer on the exit. If you want to make a raceable car on open setup, which should be like half a second quicker than this, or like 7, 8, 9 tenths in some scenarios, you will have a car that's not really drivable for the general public, but it will be quick. And then the question is, can you handle it? I'm waiting here for the moment. That's one moment? Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is such a weird line here. Like, he got into ABS and then he was pushed off. I mean, instant dive again. But what I'm more interested in is this. Niklas. Well, I'm gonna reopen it. You gained driver rank. That's nice. Championship standings. I mean, this is really weird now because only top 2 count at the moment. Because there are 2 drop rounds, so it's hard to read anything out of it. Anyway. Yeah, I'm wondering if I quickly... I'm gonna load the replay, but I'm wondering if I should do the spa fixed. Yeah, Jack, I mean, you gained, but you don't see the percentage, but alright. I can understand it. Driver ranks seem better. Yeah, I mean, it is better that I can be P4 without losing the R, because it was kind of broken that you can still be P2 and... Actually, you could win the race and lose the R, if Quali was not top 3, let's say. Do I feel like doing Monza fixed? That's gonna be quite some splits. That's gonna be... Wait. If it's 700 divided by 20, that's 35 splits. 35 splits. I don't know. I said in the... I wrote in the... You know what, I have not streamed on the weekend, let's do at least one more race here. But I don't know which car. I'm just gonna go Ford. I need a bit of Ford in my life. Could not register for the event. The event is full. What? What? What is... what does that mean? Amazon ran out of servers for MSG or what? Is it like 700 max attendance? 720. Let's just quickly try again. Looks like 720 is max that can be registered. 720 is max. Okay. We will reload the replay, but okay, that's super interesting. 36 splits. I mean, guys, we made it, right? LMU, we made it popular enough. We filled the servers when it was almost empty. We filled the YouTube with live streams of LMU. I'm pretty proud that I can now not be able to register for this. It's a proud moment in some way. I mean, I didn't really do much about it, but I was streaming. I did my very small job. So, you know, 720 people. All right. And the next race is in 29 minutes. No, I think that would be the only one. Ah, there is this one. 19. Wait, how does that work? Why is there... This is not correct timing-wise. 19, 59. Maybe it's because there is one bronze, one silver, one gold, and then again bronze, silver, gold. Let me just open the replay. Wolf, thank you for the sub, much appreciated. They said it's about the people who unreg within 3 minutes. Okay. Alright, I mean, fair enough. Let me just load the replay. What was I trying to see? I wanted to see what Huben was doing. Yeah, he's the fastest of the Porsches. Actually, I won the Porsche split of the race, you know. Not on pace really, but I still was the first of the Porsches. which is an achievement in itself. I was still 2 to 3 tenths off on the raw pace, which is not the best. But that's the half point of the championship, so every race till now has been quite a good one. I mean, today we waited for half an hour for anything to happen in the mid-race, but it happened in the end. Where are you, Huben? There we go. The Porsche can carry... Yeah, the problem here is that as a Porsche, at this point, without ABS, you would be locking up or spinning out already. But because of ABS, you can kind of carry the speed more than you should be able to into the apex, but you cannot get out of it. If you try to get out of it, you're just gonna spin instantly. So I think Huben here tries to slow it down, but the entry speed of the Porsche is really, really competitive, and the Aston struggles a bit, so yeah. Just a bit of a bounce, and at that point there is nothing with the Porsche that you can do to catch it. Poor man. I will drive 12 hours of Spa, yes. We are still deciding. I mean, we kind of have the lineup, but I cannot talk about it yet. We are deciding on the car. McLaren is on the cards. Some other cars as well. Porsche is not on the cards, even though Porsche will probably be the fastest overall, maybe. But also it's gonna, most of the Porsches will end up in some kind of a barrier somewhere. Some at Raidillon, some somewhere else. The upcoming, yeah, LMP2 at Sebring is bronze, but no, I think it's gonna be too late. I wanted to be finished by the end of the GT3 fixed. Wait, just one more look. One more look of. Actually, I have not watched the overtake yet on Ciclari. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I just closed in on them. I mean, this one was well judged because the Aston really opened up, but it's still, you know, by the rules, sometimes it's like on the turn entry point, you need to have your front axle alongside the defendant rear axle. So this here, if Aston turns in, it would be still on the Porsche. But Aston cooperated. And at this point, you know, the Porsche can barely do this kink flat out because of how much front disconnects. So at this point, I think I said something like the Porsche has to lift. But did he lift? Wait, where is... I broke the replay. Ah, it unbroke, nice. It was stuck on slowed down. So he did lift, but it was too late. So bonk. Yeah, then what should he do, right? If he goes in the slipstream, I'm gonna overtake him. If he doesn't go in the slipstream, I will just go around the outside. Yeah, I just had... Ooh, wait. That was a bit naughty on my side. I didn't... Ah, yeah, well... Just the smallest of touches, but... Sorry, Kevin, for this one, if you're still watching. It didn't feel like that, wait. This was kind of my racing line all the time, though, so... But yeah, I was coming towards the middle of the track here. But alright, not the biggest of the crashes this race. I don't know, I had my chances. It was an outside chance, but like this is it's just kind of hilarious in some way. Like, there is half a second plus gap behind. I go for, like, switchback attempt. I don't know. We could have lost more spaces than this. And we make Jordi happy. Ah, that was the... Ah. This is bad. This one is bad for me. Even though my rears were totally cooked. Maybe I can actually check how much they were cooked. Wait, where are your times? So, where are you? Temps. That's higher than the average surfer's temp. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be harsh on myself here. Recalculate. Rear peak at 362. Yeah, that's... I should be happy that I survived the last corner even. How did it affect the rubber temps? Was averaging 90 on the rear, and then it shot up to 120. The response of the carcass is a bit slower, of course. But this is nice graph, like rubber at the bottom, carcass on the top. You just see it takes longer time. Jordi, enjoy the P3, it's fine. I got mega killed. Revo, this is just Motec, and the data is recorded with DAM plugin to create the LD files. I mean, that's about it. I can check the pressure as well. I guess the pressure is the slowest to respond. Like, it's first surface, then the rubber, then the carcass, and then the air inside the tire gets heated up. But yeah, I did gain quite a bit, or I did lose quite a bit of grip on the rear. It wasn't too bad though, like I think people complained in the past that you have like a slide and you have absolutely no grip after. I didn't feel like that. In the end I understeered off of the apex to get overtaken. It wasn't a rear snap. And even on the exit of last corner it was still drivable. Anyway. I mean, people said it recently, like most notably I think it was Jardir complaining that he had a snap, although it was LMP3 or LMP2. But it's kind of the same tire model. He complained that he had like a snap and then the tires just kept snapping, but I don't think that was the case. I think it was just like kind of anti-placebo. So what can you use it for? So you mean the Motec, you can use it for anything. Like, I don't know if you can read the channels. Do I have... No, I don't have a scene for it. But you have like many, like that's all the channels that you can read. Math channels that you can calculate, and then the actual channels that are recorded from the sim. It's a very, very convenient, very powerful. But yeah, I mean, normally I use it for stuff like checking the suspension, like the plots, the histograms to see the packers if they are hitting the ride heights, the delta if I compare 2 laps. Where is the... Anyway, F3, I can turn that off. Ride height, you can see the inputs, timing, throttle brake, force feedback, weather, like you can see everything. What my rear temps, let me check. Actually, it's difficult to check because the temperature that you see in game is combination of surface rubber carcass, like of different layers. But maybe if we estimate it with the rubber temp, I think rubber temp was slightly lower. So here it says 92, I think like 93, 94 on the rear left, effectively. 95, yeah, I mean, you know, the Corvette cooks the rear. That's Corvette things, I think. Brake bias 49.5. It was more rearwards than normally, Revo. So one way you can see it, like if I check a random lap, and I check the maybe, where is it? Maybe this one. I have all the wheel speeds here. Actually, no. Let's check the tire surface temps. On surface temps of the tire. It's here. I'm just gonna recalculate this to some more normal range. Let's take a braking zone. Maybe this one. So you see, this is the entry. This is the entry. This is heat from the lateral load, and this heat here is just from ABS. Maybe I can take it even like maybe 60 to 85. So you can see this blue peak. This is front right. I put it on the curb, it spiked again, and the rears are rising less than the front, which means that the front is more loaded. So I could, in that case, use this to put brake bias more to the rear. And then in theory, there should be more stopping or like more pressure on the rear discs and more micro lockups and more rear heating. So you can use that, but at the same time you have to judge it according to the balance, because like I was here, let's say, let's find a stove. Like here I was braking. This was such a sketchy corner, because if I brake after this triangle here at the start of the curb, I need to brake so hard that when I release the brake and go from ABS to no ABS, the rear will just snap. So I needed to put it a bit more to the front just to make it slightly more stable for this corner. And then generally, I think at Interlagos I used 47 front and it was perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean it's fixed setup, so you cannot really do much with this. You can always learn comparing data from different cars, different laps, different drivers. Okay, where is show reports? Why, no reports. Wait. I have a skill issue. There we go, F8. So now we can do like lap. This is the fastest lap as white, and you can compare it to another lap. And then you see, let's say, ABSing into this corner. Well, now I have multiple. Let's say we only take front right. And you can see, then you can put braking position and so on at the bottom, and then you see like that you, like here I entered with colder brakes, colder surface temp, but I just ABS'd way too much into the apex and I heated it up quite aggressively. And stuff like that. Like I cannot live without Motec anyway, for setup creation especially. Right. I think I'm gonna call it a day at this point. It's been enough racing, and I need a quick dinner before these millimoles drop lower. Yeah, well, next stream is gonna be on Saturday. I'm gonna be doing 12 hours of Spa. Not sure what car yet. It's gonna be a really good race, I think. ×2 time, so full night and day cycle on 62 cars on the grid. Yeah, full 62. It's gonna be quite mad. So well, thank you for watching. Thank you for the subs, for the likes. See you on Saturday. Bye bye.